In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to sign contracts with your new clients and also be able to accept payments. So without further ado, let's just dive into it. All right, we're inside of my computer. Let's go. Here's what we're going to cover today: why and when to sign a contract, SMMA contract template, tools and payments, and then a summary at the end. And as always, make sure that you subscribe and follow me on Instagram for important updates regarding the course. Share the course. I need you guys' help. Let's start a revolution and change people's lives together. Slight warning, this is the most important video in the entire course right now. So watch the entire video, don't skip around, don't fast forward. And a pro tip as well, watch the video in double speed if you want to save yourself some time. So let's talk about first why and when to sign a contract with a client. So why even use a contract when you onboard a new client, right? Well, you want both parties, meaning you, the agency, and the client, right, to agree upon what's going to be done, delivered, and included in the service. It sets the right expectation and also shows that you're experienced, taking your business seriously, essentially, right? So that's really the main thing when you onboard a new client. And the reason why you have a contract is that you just want to set the framework. You want both parties to agree upon what is going to be included, what is going to be done. Are you going to help them with the advertising only? What is included in that? Are you going to set up the campaigns, help them with the ad copy, or are you going to help them with the website as well? You know, all of these different things. Also, you agree upon price, which is very important. You have a time agreement. All of these things are super important, and that's why we have an agreement or a contract. So when to sign? Immediately after the sale is made. Once the payment is completed and the contract is signed, that's when you schedule the onboarding call and get to work. So it's very important that when you have your sales call and they agree that they want to work with you, essentially, then you basically you get the payment in immediately and you also get the contract signed. You can either do that on the call or you end the sales call and then you send them an email afterwards. And as soon as you get the contract signed and the first payment is in, that's when you start the work. That's when you start the onboarding. Not before, but when the contract is signed, the payment is in, that's when the onboarding call starts, right? Okay, so what to include? Well, the most important thing to include are details regarding the service price and time frame. For how long does the contract last? What happens after that? For example, month to month, right? So in our case right now in our agency, we do 120 days agreement. Previously we did 90 days. We just bumped it up to 120 days or 4 months because why not? And the reason why you want to have a time frame on it really is, and you can do 90 days. I would say 90 days like the minimum. We do 120 days right now. And the reason why you want to have a time frame, basically a time frame that you agree upon that the client are going to stay with you, is because you want to find people that are serious enough, right? You don't want to get somebody onboarded and then you work with them for a month and then they just leave you because they want to do something else and they're kind of all over the place. But you want them to be committed to a specific time frame, because sometimes you might have to test a couple of things, and in some campaigns you might not get results within the first 2 weeks, or you're getting them results but you can perfect them a lot better over the next 6 weeks. So if they leave you after 2 weeks, then they've just wasted everybody's time and all of that, right? So it's very important that you set a time frame in the contract to find people that are actually serious and that are willing to commit to this, essentially, right? You also include the details regarding the service and then also the price, obviously. If you have a setup fee or not, we don't have a setup fee right now. We have that in the past, and then you obviously have a monthly fee, so you have that included. And then also it's very important to mention what happens after the initial time frame has ended. So if you ask for 120 days, what happens after that? And we do month to month after that, which is more than fair, right? And then how to sign. So we can easily sign contracts online nowadays using a service like HelloSign to make this process super simple. So I'm going to show you exactly how to sign a contract online here in just a second. All right, so SMMA contract template. So let me show you what this is. So this is the exact same template that we use in our agency right now, and I prepared it for you. So you can go to maxpearson.com/contract. So let's go here, maxpearson.com/contract, and you will be taken to this page right here. And what you can do here is you just click on file, you can make a copy, or you can download it to a Word document and you can adjust it, right? So what you do here is very simple. I'm just going to download it to my computer, and now I'm just going to open it up here in Word instead, right? And the reason why I want to download it to a Word is because we're going to upload it to HelloSign here in just a second. I'm not going to read through the entire agreement here, but normally, or what I recommend that you do is just to skim through this agreement so that you know what it says. And also how you adjust this contract goes as follows, right? So I'm going to show you how to do that. The logo up here, normally what we do is that we include our own agency logo in here, but we also include the business logo of the business that we're sending the contract to. And then we're saying, thank you for choosing your business name to advise and implement Facebook advertising. Obviously here you would change this to YouTube advertising or TikTok advertising or LinkedIn advertising. You would have to mention your service here, right? Exclusively for your business. We're excited to work with you to generate new high quality leads. This agreement is entered into this date, and this is something that the client is going to put in HelloSign by and between your business name, and then you put your city, your country, and also your address right here, and then you put in the details right here regarding your client's business, essentially, right? Then you go over the services. So the services can be divided into two parts: the setup services and the ongoing management services. As part of the setup services, the company will set up, prepare, and thoroughly test a Facebook advertising campaign before going live. So here you would obviously adjust it to your service, and then you can just outline what you're going to do here in terms of the setup. So set up the Facebook business managers, set up retargeting campaigns, set up marketing automation system, text and email, call tracking, create custom made ad campaigns, copywriting, images, audiences, and ads. So here basically outline what you're going to do in the setup, and obviously adjust this so that it fits your specific agency, right? And then as part of the monthly ongoing management services, we will do this essentially. Then we have some client requirements right here. So we go over that, you can read that. Here also compensation and payment. This is where you put in the setup fee. So we do $0 in setup fee. If you want to have $1,000, or we had a $2,000 setup fee previously, we've removed it now. So we just do the price per month immediately instead. So you have the setup fee that you mentioned here, and also you have the price per month right here, right? So yes, and one thing that you can do with the setup fee is that you can have a setup fee of $1,000 to $2,000. It depends upon how much work is included in your setup fee. But then also what you can do if you have a setup fee that we did in the past is that you can have like an incentive-based pricing. So for example, on the sales call, you can mention that you have a setup fee of $2,000, but if you get a decision on the call, then you can waive the setup fee, and it's not going to be a setup fee. So you can have like something to basically tell them that if you make a quick decision, then there's not going to be any setup fee because we won't have to follow up with you and so forth. I did that in the past. I don't do it that nowadays because I don't feel like I have to do it, and I don't really like that style of selling. But a lot of people enjoy or like that style of selling. I'm not saying that it doesn't work. It definitely works. We're not doing it right now, but it can be a very powerful thing to do if the salesperson like to do it that way and feel comfortable with it and stuff like that, right? And then also here, you will see that we have a contract time period, for example, 120 days. So here it mentions how many days do they sign up for. You can do 90 days at least, I would say, but you can do 120 days as well. Going more than 120 days, like doing 6 months or 12 months, you can definitely do that. I've personally never done that. But if you want to sign longer contracts, you can adjust that here. And then here afterwards, it basically says that, and then we'll continue on a month-to-month basis unless otherwise terminated by the company or clients, yada, 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 right? Termination, here we have the contract time period again, ownership and materials. You can read through this yourself. And we have some more things here that you can read through, and no guarantees, communication. So here you can put in your email address. So, or however you decide that you want to communicate with the client, you agree upon what email address that they're going to email you on, or what phone number they're going to call you on, etc. And here you just have to make sure that you put in the right details. And then at the end is where you sign it and your client sign it as well. And I'm going to show you how to do that here in just a second. But that's basically the agreement. And again, you can download it and add it, download it to your computer as a Word document or however you want to do it. And then you can adjust it, and then we're going to upload it to HelloSign and get it signed essentially, right? So that is the contract, pretty straightforward, super simple to use. We use this exact contract to this day, works like a charm, right? All right, so let's continue with the presentation. So tools and payments. Google Docs. So use Google Docs, alternatively Microsoft Word, to edit the contract for each new client. Make sure that you change all of the placeholders in the agreement so that it fits your agency, right? You don't want the placeholders in there when you send it and people sign it, right? So make sure that you double and triple check everything. HelloSign, that is the tool that we use to sign our contracts with our clients. It's free to use for your first 3 contracts, which is perfect. And I even think you can do like 3 contracts per month for free. And so, yeah, let me show you exactly how here in just a second, how we do that. Also Stripe, we're gonna set up Stripe today. So we use Stripe as our payment processor, sign up and connect it to your high-level account. So we're gonna do that as well. And then create invoice from Stripe. It's very, very simple. So set up a new product with a monthly subscription and send the link. Let me show you how. I'm going to do that, show you how to do that here in just a second as well. And then Stripe alternatives. So if you can't use Stripe in your country, then look into Wise.com, for example, or Payoneer, or PayPal as well is also an alternative that you can use. You can obviously add Stripe directly into high level. That is something we're going to do today. You cannot add the other payment processors directly into high level. It's not mandatory to add it. It's just a nice feature to have in high level, but it's definitely not mandatory. So without further ado, let's just dive into HelloSign here first. So if you go to hellosign.com, it's very simple. You can read through here how it works. And if you go to pricing here as well, you will see that they have a free pricing plan. So $0. It's free. You can send 3 signature requests per month. So that's pretty much all you need. If you're sending more than 1 per month, or 3 per month rather, then you pay $15 per month. That's what we are paying right now. And then you can send as many as you want essentially. So basically what you do is that you just click sign up, start the free trial, and then I will see you on the inside of the software. All right, so we're inside of HelloSign right now, and what you basically do as soon as you sign in is that you just click on sign contract. It's like a blue button that you click on. When you click on that button, you will be taken to this page, and here it's very, very simple. So you just upload the file that you want to sign essentially. So normally what I do for each new contract, just to reiterate again, is that you put your logo in here and also your client logo as well, so that it looks a little bit more customized to that client. They can see their own logo in there and they know for sure that it's for their business, obviously. And you also adjust all of the placeholders, again, very important. And also you make sure that you adjust the client business name here and their address as well in the beginning, so that it's crystal clear that the contract is between you and that specific business. Then what you do, normally what I do as well, is that I rename this contract. So I normally name it, so ABC Gym, so the client business name, and then, for example, our agency name, homeservice.co, and then client contract or consulting agreement or something like that. And then you basically just drag and drop it here to upload the file. So it says ABCGM homeservice.co consulting agreement. So we've just named the contract to that, pretty simple. Then you just have to wait for a couple of seconds. And now we've uploaded the Word document directly into HelloSign. And then you just click on next. And here, signer. So the only name you need to put into here is the name of the actual customer, right? So I'm gonna do a fake name here. John. Yes, you basically just put in their name, their email, then you click on next. And then here we're going to place in the fields. So now you can see the actual contract in here. And then what you're going to do is to make sure that you have the client selected here in the top left. And then the first field they're going to sign is the date right here in the beginning. So this agreement is entered into this date. So the date when they sign it essentially. Then we scroll down to the bottom. And then they're also going to sign down here. So they're going to sign their name right here, their company right here, and also their signature right here. So they can, and these are legally bound agreements, right? So even if they sign it online, it will still be a legal document. And then for date signed, you put that in there. Then what you can do is that you can change the signers to me right now. Then you put in the name and then also the company right here. And then my signature as well, like so. And then finally the date here as well. And then once that is done, you just click on next. And then document title, normally I put in the agreement title here again. So ABC Gym, the client name, and then homeservice.co consulting agreement. And then for the message here, I normally open up the document and I just take like the first line right here and I copy paste it right here. So thank you for choosing, and then I would take my business name here, homeservice.co to advertise or to advise and implement Facebook advertising exclusively for your business. We're excited to work with you to generate new high quality leads, right? And you would adjust this so that it's your service. Once it's done, you basically click on send for signature, and then it's done essentially, right? So it's super simple to use HelloSign. I'm not going to do that right now, but definitely sign up to HelloSign, use the free trial first, or the free account first, get your first 3 contracts signed, and then you can upgrade the plan if you want to. So that's basically it. Super simple, super straightforward. I hope you're going to enjoy this contract and you have everything you need right now in terms of contracts to sign new clients. So now let's continue to Stripe. So again, we use Stripe as the payment processor, and we're going to sign up to Stripe right now. And it's very simple to do. So you just simply go to stripe.com. And to be honest, this was quite a while ago since I signed up to Stripe. But it's super simple. So what you do is simply just click on start now, and then you just go through their sign up process right here to sign up essentially. I already have an account, so again, I'm not going to show you exactly how to do this, but just go through the process, sign up with your account, and once you've signed up, you're going to be taken to the dashboard essentially in here. And what I'm going to show you right now inside of Stripe is just how to create an invoice for your clients. So what you do is that you log in, you go to products, and then you go to add product. And here for the name, normally what I name this is the name of the company, so ABC Gym, and then I name it like Facebook Ads Management, like so. Description, you don't really need a description. Standard pricing, here you can also do the actual currency, so we do in US dollars. So let's say I'm gonna charge $297 from this client. It's going to be a recurring one, it's going to be monthly, and that's basically it. Then I can click on save product. Once that product is added, very simple, you can also create the payment link. So if you click here on create payment link, you will be able to see what it will look like here in just a second. And this is basically everything that we need. Once that is done, you can just click on create link here in the top right. You will have the link right here, so I can click on copy. And then if I open up a new window here, you will see that I have the checkout page right here. So it says my agency name, subscribe to ABC Gym, Facebook Ads Management, and it's going to be $297 US per month. And then you can just send this link to your client. They put in their email, the card information, the name on their card, and the sign up. And this is how you accept payments with Stripe. Super, super simple, right? So that's basically that. Also, what you want to do is to log into your high-level account, and then you can click on connect Stripe right here, and then you can just simply connect your Stripe account. And so that's highly recommended, because then you're going to see your basically some data from your Stripe account directly into your agency dashboard. But yeah, that's pretty much it regarding Stripe. It's just a payment processor, right? So just sign up. Once you've been signed up, you go to products, and then you just create a new product for each new client that you get. So you just, every single time you're gonna send a new invoice to somebody, you click on add product and you go through this process, and then you create a new product for every single new client, right? You get the link and you send the link to your client essentially, right? So here we have the one that I just created again, and I have the link to the actual payment. Let's see, view payment link right here. And there's the payment link, and then I can use this to send to that specific client. All right, let's go back to the presentation. Also, Stripe alternatives. So if you can't use Stripe in your country, you can look into Wise.com is something that you can look into. You can also look into Payoneer.com is another alternative. And obviously you have PayPal as well. You would have to do some of your own research regarding what payment processor works best in your individual country if Stripe doesn't work for you. I've been sending a little bit of money with Wise. I know I've been working with some contractors in the Philippines, for example. They use a lot of Wise, and I know that a lot of people from India, I think, are using Payoneer, if I'm not mistaken. And then obviously PayPal works pretty much worldwide, right? So that's it. You will not be able to connect PayPal or Wise or Payoneer directly into your agency dashboard, but that's really fine. You don't necessarily need to do that. It's just a nice add-on to have essentially. All right, so that's it. let's summarize this video, okay? So don't complicate it, keep it simple. Make sure that you adjust the contract to your business service and your offer. So just download the contract, read through the contract, change all of the placeholders, and then save it as a template on your computer. So as you get a new client, you just take that template, adjust that template to that specific customer, you add their logo, their name, and then also make sure that you have the right time period, the right price in there, because if you pitch $2,500 to one, make sure that you have $2,500 in there. And also if you pitch $3,500 to another one, make sure that you adjust that in there. And also if they want to play around with a contract agreement, most people, I would say like 95% of everybody agree with 120 days. But if you have somebody that want to play around and see if they can get 90 days, we never go under 90 days. But if there's anybody who really want to go 90 days instead of 120, make sure that you adjust it there as well, obviously. Also, Stripe, sign up and connect it to your high-level account. If you can't use Stripe, find an alternative. Also, HelloSign, use it. It's a game changer. It's free and it's very easy to use. It's also the best way to be able to send contracts back and forth. In the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how we send out the welcoming email and how I onboard people and so on and so forth. And then in the video after that, I'm also going to show you in more detail how you can onboard your client. I'm going to give you an agency, or rather a client snapshot that you can use for your clients with a website and a funnel and all of that good stuff, right? So subscribe and follow on Instagram, share the course as well. I need you guys' help. And for today's quote is from Steve Jobs. So I'm convinced that about half of what separates the successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful is I'm convinced that about half of what separates the successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance, right? So it basically just goes back to show that, you know, you've selected your SMA right now, you've selected your niche, your service, you've made your first best calculated guess, you've started with your organic outreach, and now you've started with your sales as well. And just stick to it. Just improve 1% every single day, because even if it's hard right now, even if it's a bit tougher right now, a bunch of people tell you no, you know, just keep on going. With all of these things that you have from this course right now, with the fundamentals in place, with high level in place, with the organic advertising plan in place, you also have the sales methodology in place with Spin and your pitch deck. And now I'm teaching you everything about the onboarding and the payments and the contracts. Like, you have everything that you need to appear as a pure professional for your new clients, even if you've never done this before. And if you have a media buyer on with you as well, so that you have all of your case studies and testimonials as well, that you can back up everything that you say inside of the presentation as well. Now it's like you're launching your agency as a true professional. So just stick to it. Have perseverance and just stick to it, and listen to what Steve Jobs is saying essentially, right? So that's it for today's video. Let's get to work, and I'll see you in the next one.